As a neuropsychologist, Dr. Julia Digangi had something to share. Your emotional power expands at the edge of your old behaviors. Over the years of focusing on her research, she has shown that if we want to manifest more powerfully in life, there is only one thing the brain asks of us, that is, we must face our emotions. Neuroscience shows us that long before our brain thinks, it feels. It is like the GPS of our lives. Emotions are guiding us, and also letting us know where we want to go, and where we don't want to go. It strongly influences what beliefs we believe we deserve, and what we do not, as well as what we think we can have, and what we cannot. What Julia Digangi can tell us is that when we fall with teammates, children, partners, or even ourselves, that's because we don't know how to handle the heat of emotions. And just like when we rise, the moment we reap the rewards, after a long and difficult journey, or in those moments when we give faith in something, it's because we flourish thanks to our emotional energy. The issue of emotional management has been pushed to a new level that was difficult to overcome at any stage in the past. But is it really that easy to achieve? When not everyone is clearly aware of the real problem, there is no choice in life that is painless. The complete absence of pain energy is scientifically impossible, so perfect solutions don't exist. Instead of trying to eliminate pain, what we want to do first is understand the pain we feel, and then choose another stronger pain. Only going through the end of pain can make us stronger, because then we can contain more emotional capacity. Let's try to use an analogy to clarify this. Choosing to go to a gym to improve your physical condition is a decision that we can prioritize. Maybe 20 pounds of weightlifting is the limit we can comfortably endure when we're just starting. But since our goal is to become stronger, we won't be able to stop and adapt to the safe option of 20 pounds anymore. What we can do is make sure our body adapts and is comfortable lifting 40 pounds. We can clearly see with the naked eye that just being persistent and accepting challenges has helped us become stronger over time. We understand that just because we can lift 40 pounds, it doesn't mean that the 20-pound weight limit doesn't exist. It's just that my physical strength has improved significantly at that time. This also helps me remember a conversation I had with my mother many years ago. At that time, I could not accept the presence of bitter foods, such as bitter melon, especially forest bitter melon on the dining table. I honestly don't understand why my mother loves that dish so much. Even though she shared it with me, the bitterness in the taste buds cannot compare with the bitterness in the heart. I still clearly remember the look in her eyes. When she said that sentence, it contained a gentleness and gentleness that is hard to find in young people like me. I spent decades observing her emotions, and she also spent her whole life learning about me. We are both mother and daughter, friends and each other's only confidants. And it wasn't until the day I realized what she was saying that she told me, I have started to emit a delicate, gentle light instead of the fiery, burning light of my 20s. The pain, self-esteem, and losses that we have endured throughout this journey cannot be compared to a plate of fried bitter melon, right? The fact that we undergo painful experiences, whether physically or mentally, is something that everyone accepts as a given. Maybe it's because we always believe that only when we truly walk through suffering with full confidence, only then can we reach the door of adulthood. But somewhere there is something that few people pay attention to, which is, why do people pursue such painful experiences? Why do some people choose things like eating spicy food, watching horror movies, triathlon, mixed martial arts competition, or rock climbing? Perhaps those actions have touched the threshold of our pride when facing things that are temporarily considered complicated to others. Will we feel an extreme joy rising from the bottom of our hearts when we thoroughly defeat our opponents? Or are there some deeper causes that we have not yet had time to discover? In the book The Sweet Spot, The Pleasures of Suffering and the Search for a Meaning, Bloom explores several theories about why people choose to pursue experiences that may include pain, and how suffering contributes to meaning and happiness as a result. Once again, contrasting art shows us a broader perspective when providing answers to why people intentionally endure pain. That's because it helps us increase our joy through contrasting perspectives. Just as darkness can only gain recognition if and only if the existence of light is eternal, likewise, we experience pleasure against a background of pain. So, to maximize the pleasure of an experience, we need a larger dose of the opposite. That's why soaking in a hot tub feels especially soothing after a cold winter day, or why beer tastes more refreshing when eaten with a spicy dish. Writer Ernest Hemingway once said, "Life fills us with wounds, but later the wounded places will definitely become the strongest places." The germination of painful seeds is the leading factor that helps us achieve many victories in future reforms. It acts as a defense system to help us stay alert to problems that can harm us, whether it's the burning sensation you get when you accidentally touch the stove, or the appearance of psychological discomfort when receiving comparisons from the people we love, when standing in front of our peers. Maybe experiencing the pain yourself sounds truly devastating, but don't panic. Take the time to see clearly and build an internal source of strength strong enough to keep your boat going, even if it's not too smooth, but will not be easily knocked down by any wave. So, when faced with pain, instead of giving into it, continue to do the same things we have done hundreds or thousands of times before. Ask yourself, which pain do I choose? Like Dr. Julia Digangi said, your emotional power expands at the edge of old behavior. So, instead of choosing to compromise like many times before, see this obstacle as an opportunity to challenge yourself. Obviously, the feeling of opening a new horizon is more stimulating, right?